we know that you also use mercury. How is it possible that mercury is poison?
Nothing is poison in the world. If you take the poison into proper dose, it will act as a medicine, as elixir. So mercury is not poison. When you process it properly, Shodhana process, Ashta Samskara, 8 different processes, Ashtadash Samskara, 18 different processes. After these 18 processes and with sulfur or with some salt or with calcium, mercury will act like a medicine, good medicine. But single alone mercury is not good. In Ayurveda it is already good. Mercury single is not good. Mercury with sulfur, mercury with salt, mercury with calcium, mercury with other metals, no problem.
А какие проблемы можно решать с помощью ртути?
Which kind of problem, which kind of disease can be cured by the mercury?
With mercury is like a running horse. Mercury is like a catalytic agent, number one. Mercury can mix with any metal, and when you mix mercury with sulfur and make a compound with other herbs mixture, as per the property of the herbs, mercury will give its results. Suppose you want to use the mercury in aphrodisiac medicine, you can blend mercury, sulfur and the herbs like ashwagandha, shatavari, and this herbs like akkalkara, or many herbs like this crouch beach. These herbs will act like an aphrodisiac with mercury. If you will mix mercury and sulfur with the preparates which herbs are acting on liver, mercury will work for liver. So mercury is very friendly with all body. It acts on three dosha, it acts on sapta dhatu, it acts on all the rasa, means rasam, rakta, mahansa, med, asti, majja, shukra, the 7 dhatus of the body. So mercury, sulfur, other minerals and metals like gold. Mercury has a power to prepare the bhasma, marana, means to make the ash of the metals. So these metals can be assimilated into the body. The bioavailability of these metals will be increased, and in metabolic processes this metal can be absorbed easily with the help of mercury and sulfur. That's why this mercury and sulfur and other metals or minerals or herbs, there are 1000 different kind of preparations. 1000.
Я смотрю, у вас припасено очень много камней, металлов. Вот что это такое? Вот нашим зрителям это будет очень интересно.
You see, there is prepared some examples, many examples. What is it?
Yeah, these are some minerals. These are the different kind of pyrites. Pyrites, pivots, copper pyrite, suvarnamakshak, suvarnamakshik. This is copper, mineral copper. This is amber. Amber. You know amber. This is from, I think this is from Baltic. Yes.
Probably Baltic. So it's all pellets.
These are the minerals, metals and some seed, source, all these things. So these are in raw form. We have to process these things in the mortar and pestle with the decoctions of herbs, with the juice of herbs, and then we have to process it, paste it, and then you have to put it in the earthen pot and heat it to prepare the ash, means bhasma of this.
Это все полуфабрикаты. Для их приготовления нужно процесс умертвления минерала, процесс очистки минерала, процесс умертвения минерала, превращения его в тончайший пепел, который называется басма.
А как используется янтарь?
But how to use amber?
Amber, we purify the amber.
Очищаем.
We distill the amber, distillation. Arka patam, distillation. Steam, distill, and take out the extract of amber.
Добывается экстракт янтаря путем дистилляции.
And then amber is aphrodisiac in our tradition.
В нашей традиции это афродизиак, это средство, усиливающее потенцию.
Это основное свойство янтаря или еще какие-то?
Aphrodisiac, it's the main quality or another quality also?
Another qualities is also there. Are also there. Amber is good for skin disease, good for vigor, good for vitality, good for hairs. There are many properties.
Почему расаяной называется омоложение, а раса это ртуть?
Why rasayana means rejuvenation, but rasa is mercury?
Yes, rasa means a form of liquid, and such a powerful liquid in a natural form like a mercury, which can liquefy the other metals into it. So it is called rasa. That Sanskrit is called rasanat sarva dhatunam rasa ityabhidiyate. Means rasanat means which liquefies. Sarva dhatunam means all metals in its own body is called rasa. So rasa is the term which is having lot of meanings. There is one rasa in literary meaning, rasa the juice of herbs, rasa is the property of this earth, and rasa, there are 6 types of rasa taste, this sweet, sour, then this maduramla lavana katu tikta kashaya. This sweet, sour, salty, bitter, astringent and hot. So this is rasa. But this particularly rasa term is used for mercury. And rasayana means for rejuvenation. It is the activity or the what rasa do? Rasa acts like a rasayana. It's the action of rasa. Rasayana is action of rasa.
Наверное, препараты из металлов стоят очень дорого.
Metallic medicines should be quite expensive.
except gold. Not expensive.
Нет. Недорогие, за исключением золота and silver.
Sometimes silver. But the dose of the metal and metallic preparates and preparations means bhasma is very less, small, in milligrams. We call it gunja or ratti. It's 125 milligram, or minimum dose starts from 60 milligram. So you can have in 1 gram, you can have 16 parts of 1 gram. 16 parts minimum or 8 parts. So this small quantity, smaller in quantity and bigger in action, this cost is less.
А в каких случаях применяются препараты из золота?
For which purpose using medicine with gold?
Gold medicines are used for rejuvenation of the body, rejuvenation of the organs. Suppose you have some retinal disease, in diabetic condition, you have some retinal degeneration. Like in diabetes, people has some problem with eyes diseases, and their retina becomes weak, their eyesight becomes weak. So in such conditions, the preparations of gold like Suvarna Malini Vasanta, these preparations, if you give to the patient of diabetes who is also suffering from the eye disease because of diabetes, that retina can be rejuvenated and he can get the good eyesight in this way. Then some preparations like Brahadvat Chintamani, the gold bhasma is one of the ingredient, and when one person gets some brain stroke, and because of this brain stroke he gets paralysis, he paralyzed. If you administer such gold bhasma in that condition, it will give the rejuvenation to the nerves, tonic to the brain, and he can be cured. In this way, gold will act on your whole system. Like in aphrodisiac, gold can act aphrodisiac with shilajit, black glutamine. So in this way, gold is useful in many conditions. Like arthritis, gold is useful in this arthritic condition. Gold is useful to stop the aging process, means what you said, rasayana. So in this way, gold is useful in multiple ways. Gold can be used with other bhasmas, gold bhasma can be used with other minerals, gold bhasma can be used with other herbs also. And even some people put some gold bhasma, suvarna bhasma, in the preparations like chavanprash and all, and make more potent to these herbal preparations. So gold bhasma and gold preparations are one of the best medicine from Rasa-шастры for the world.
Мы постепенно переходим все к более и более драгоценным металлам и составам. Говорят, что бриллианты тоже используются в аюрведе.
So sometimes also diamond is used in.
Yes, sometimes, many times we use the diamond bhasma. It is called vajra or hirak in Sanskrit. Diamond is also useful, but always before preparation of these bhasmas, we process this diamond or gold with the herbs and other decoctions and some vinegars or other things. So it can be converted for the bioassimilation, and for that we prepare the bhasma of hiraka, means diamond, which is useful in cancer patients.
I see how to prepare Rasa-malikya from hartal between two pieces of
Abrak
patra.
Yeah.
Yes. For which purpose this medicine?
This hartala is of yellow arsenic, and as I said before also, we have to process and purify this hartala into lime water, and then we have to heat it, and this is useful in syphilis, means STDs, sex transfer diseases. It is useful in increasing the number of cells like RBC in the body. It is useful in skin diseases. It is useful in conditions like psoriasis. So it is also a rasayana, though it is arsenic. In the earlier you asked me about the toxic substances, and you told me that the toxic substances like mercury. So I said you, if we use the toxins in a proper form, in a proper process, and in a proper way, these toxins, these toxic minerals will act like elixir, amrit. So this hartala or the somala or other kind of arsenics, all kinds of different arsenics are useful, and even I know all these arsenics are used in European tradition also.